Hello students, today we are going to study our next chapter, chapter 4, class 6, subject science, NCERT. The chapter name is sorting materials into groups. So let's start our chapter. In this we will see about the objects, different types of objects which are around us and what type of material is used to make this object. So let's start the chapter. We have seen that our food and clothes have so much variety in them, not just food and clothes. There is such a vast variety of objects everywhere. We see around us these different objects like chair, bullock cart, cycle, cooking utensils, books, clothes, toys, water, stones and many other objects. All these objects have different shapes, colors and uses. As shown in this figure, there are different objects is shown to you. These all objects have different color, shapes and these all objects are made up of different types of material. So first let me see what is material. So look around and identify objects that are round in shape, and our list may include a rubber ball, a football, glass marble, and if we include objects that are nearly round, then our list could also include objects like apples, orange and earthen picture, or you can say karha or pot. So what is now material? So anything that has mass and that occupies space is called matter, and the matter used in making an object is called material. Now suppose we were looking for objects that are edible, that we can eat. So we might include all the items that we had listed in table 1.1, 1.2 and 1.3 earlier in the chapter 1. So we might also find that some of those round shapes objects we just listed out are also in this group. They will also come in this group. So let us say we wish to make a group of objects that are made of plastics like bucket, lunchbox, toys, water containers, pipes and many such objects may find a place in this group. There are also so many ways to group objects. As we had divided in one group, that is objects which are made up of plastic. We can also classify as the objects which is made up of papers, which is made up of wood and many more. So in the above examples, we have grouped objects on the basis of their shapes and materials they were made from. So all the objects around us are made of one or more materials, and these materials may be glass, metal, plastic, wood, cotton, paper, mud or soil. Can you think of more examples of materials? So for that, let's try this activity. Activity 1.4.1 or activity 1. So for that, let us collect as many objects as possible from around us. And each of us could get some everyday object from the home, and we could also collect some object from your surroundings. What will we have in our collection? So the objects like chalk, pencil, notebook, rubber, duster, a hammer, the nail, saw, spoke of a wheel, your cycle wheel, bat, then after matchbox, salt, potato and other different things. We can also list objects that we can think of, but we cannot bring them to classroom or at your homes, like wall, trees, doors, tractors and road. So separate all objects from this collection that are made from paper or wood. In this way we have divided all objects into two groups. One group has the objects that are made from paper or wood, while the other group has the objects that are not made up of this material, that means paper or wood. Now similarly, we could separate the things that are used for preparing food. Let us be a little more systematic, or we arrange properly. List all objects collected in table 4.1. As here it is shown to you, like we find plate, pen and the other objects like chalk, duster. Then after, try to identify the materials that each one is made of. It would be fun to make this a large table, collecting information about as many objects as possible. And it may seem difficult to find out the materials out of which some of these objects are made. And in such cases, discuss with your friends or your elders to identify the materials. Here the table is given to you, the objects and materials they are made of. So in one column objects is given to you, and in the another column the materials they are made of. From which materials these objects are made of, that is given to you. So let me find the answer for this table. So here the table is given to you, the objects and the material they are made of. So object first is plate, or you can say thali. So the material they are used to make this object are steel. It may be steel plate, glass plate, plastic, paper. These materials are used to make the plate. The next is pen. So the material used to make the pen are plastic and metal. The pen it could be of plastic or metal. The next is scale. So the materials are wood, plastic or metal. The next material is bucket. So the materials plastic, brass, steel or aluminium. The next is chair. So chair is made up of wood, plastic or iron. The next is cupboard. It is also made up of wood or iron. The next is blackboard. So wood, cement, these materials are used to make the blackboard. The next is compass box. So it is made up of iron or plastic. Next one, bottle or jar. So it's a glass, steel, ceramic or aluminium. Next is book. So it is made up of paper. So these are the list of different objects and the materials that is used to make the objects. You can write your own material or other objects that you have already collected. So now let me try the another activity, activity 2. So before this activity, Bujoho want to know something, that he wants to know whether we found some materials that were used for making more than one type of an object. So let me find by this activity, next activity, that is activity 2. The table 4.2 lists some common materials, and you can also add some more materials in column 1 that are known to you. And now try and think of everyday objects you know that are made mainly of these materials, and you have to list them in column 2. So here the table is given to you, different types of objects that are made from the same material. The material name is given to you, that is wood. So the objects made from this material, that is chair, table, plug, bullock cart and its wheels. The next material is paper. So books, notebooks, newspaper, toys, calendars, etc. that are made from the paper. The next is leather, plastic and cotton. So now let me complete this table. So here the table is given to you, different types of objects that are made from the same material. So first it's a wood material. The objects we had already seen, that is chair, table, plug, bullock cart and its wheels, cupboard, doors, windows. The next material is paper. So books, notebooks, newspapers, toys, calendars and magazines are made from the paper. The next is leather. So bag, shoes, belt, purse, wallet, watch strap or jacket. These all material all objects are made from the material that is leather. The next material is plastic. So from plastic we can make bucket, tumbler, compass box, pen, footwear, dustbin, box, toys, etc. The next material is cotton. So from cotton the different objects we are making, that is sari, shirt, jeans, mattress, quilts, rope, thread, handkerchief, bed sheet, etc. The next is steel. So from steel we are making table, plate, bowl, utensils, sword and machines. The next is glass. So from glass we are making tumbler, spectacles, window, utensils, toys, mirror and cell phone. The next is brass. It is a kind of metal. So from this we are making plate, utensils, pot, musical instruments, idols and toys. The next is aluminium. So from aluminium we are making buckets, utensils, wire, medicine and wrapper. The next is silver. So from silver we are making chain, ring, medal, jewelry, silver foil on sweets. So we are making these items from the silver. The next is china clay. So from this we are making jar, cup, plate, toys, bowl and jug. The next is wool. So from wool we are making sweater, muffler, shawl and cap. The next is clay. So from clay we are making earthen pot, row houses, chulha, road, utensils or veranda. So these are the different materials and the different objects which are made from these materials. So now what do we find from this table? So first we group objects in many different ways. We then found that objects around us are made from different materials. At times an object is made of a single material and an object could also be made of many materials. And then again one material could be used for making many different objects that we conclude from this table 4.2. Now what decides which material should be used for making any given objects? How can we decide that? So it seems that we need to know more about different materials and their characteristics. So first let me know about properties of materials. So have you ever wondered why a tumbler is not made with a piece of cloth? Recall our experiment with piece of cloth in chapter 3 and also keep in mind that we generally use a tumbler to keep a liquid. In that experiment we had seen that by pulling each thread or by threads the fabric or cloth is made up of. So the tumbler is made from the plastic, or we are using a tumbler not from the cloth to store a liquid or to keep a liquid. Therefore, would it not be silly if we were to make a tumbler out of cloth? Here it is shown in this figure that what happen if we make a tumbler from the piece of cloth. This will happen to us. Now what we need for a tumbler is a glass, plastic, metal or other such materials that will hold water. Cloth or piece of cloth cannot hold water. That's why we cannot use a tumbler which is made up of cloth. Similarly, it would not be wise to use paper like materials for cooking vessels. If we make the materials or utensils from the paper, it will burn while cooking. So we see then that we choose a material to make an object depending on its properties and the purpose for which the object is to be used. So what are the all the properties of materials that would be important for their usage? Some properties are given in this chapter. So now let's start with this property. First property is appearance. So materials usually look different from each other. Wood looks very different from iron. Same as that, iron appears different from copper or aluminium. At the same time, there may be some similarities between iron, copper and aluminium that are not in the wood. That these all things are different from the wood. Here next activity is given to you. For that, collect small pieces of different materials that like paper, cardboard, wood, copper wire, aluminium sheet, chalk. Now do any of these appear shiny? So separate the shiny materials into a group. Now observe as and try to cut each material into two pieces and look at the freshly cut surface. Here it is shown to you. It's one rod, metal rod is given to you, and in the second one the freshly cut metal rod is given to you. Look at its fresh cut. It looks like, or it gives a shine. So what do you notice? Does the freshly cut surface of some of these materials appear shiny? Yes, it is shining. Include this object also in the group of shiny materials. Now do you notice such a shine or luster in the other materials? Cut them anyway as you can and repeat this in the class or at your home with the other materials as possible, and make a list of those with and without lusters. And instead of cutting, you can rub the surface of material with sandpaper also to see if it has luster or not. So let me find some object that can luster or shine. So here the table is given to you. In this table, some materials are written, that materials having luster. So copper wire, aluminium sheet, strip of iron. These materials have luster, and the materials not having luster or they do not shine, so that are piece of paper, cardboard, wood or chalk and pencil, and you can add any other objects as well. So the materials that have such luster are usually metals like iron, copper, aluminium and gold are the examples of metals. And some metals often lose their shine and appear dull because of the action of air and moisture on them. We therefore notice the luster only on their freshly cut surface or after by rubbing that object with the sandpaper. When you visit an ironsmith or a workshop, look out for freshly cut surfaces of metal rods to see if they have luster or not. So, till now we have seen the different objects and the different materials that are used to make this object, and the property of materials. In that one we had seen one property, that is appearance. Now in the next video we will see the remaining part of this chapter. Thank you.